This man is meant to marry you, but his secret will shock you. Have you ever felt the whisper of destiny echoing in your spirit, like someone unseen is drawing near? That quiet, sacred pull, as if heaven itself is orchestrating something beautiful just for you. If you've been sensing that your wait is almost over, that the long season of wandering, healing, and praying is shifting, this message is your divine confirmation, beloved. This isn't just another prophetic word, it is a sacred unveiling. Welcome, dear one. Whether this is your first time here or you're returning as a faithful listener, I greet you with peace, love, and the holy presence of God that surrounds us even now. You didn't find this message by accident. Heaven has guided you here because your spirit is ready to receive something greater. As you listen, may the voice behind these words feel like the Father himself, gently embracing you and preparing you for what's coming. Before we dive into the message, I invite you softly, sincerely, to become part of this faith-filled community. Subscribe to Angel Code Message Channel, where prophetic insight meets divine confirmation. Let your spirit be fed consistently. And if this message speaks to your heart, let it be known in the comments by writing, "I believe." That act of faith releases spiritual alignment. Your belief opens the door. Now breathe. Be still. Let your heart prepare. The angels have spoken, and here is what they're saying. There is a man, one specifically chosen, not by his own merit, but by divine appointment. He has been kept hidden, not because he wasn't ready, but because you weren't meant to see him before now. God concealed him, even from your dreams, because there were things in your soul that needed healing, wounds that needed oil. But now, daughter of the King, the time of revelation is here. The veil is lifting. This man, he is not what you imagined, and that is part of the mystery. He may be younger than you, in age or in spirit, but don't let that shake your faith. What he carries inside him is ancient wisdom, planted by God through seasons of quiet preparation. He has been through storms, just like you. But unlike others, he did not lose his purity of heart. And yes, he holds a secret that might shock you. You see, he has wealth, not just financial abundance, but wealth of compassion, insight, and the ability to love beyond scars. God has been teaching him to steward his blessings well, because the two of you are meant to build something eternal. His wealth may intimidate you at first. You may even question, why would someone like him be sent to someone like me? But hear this truth. God isn't matching status, he's matching callings. He's aligning purpose. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4. This connection is about more than romance. It is about restoration. He will restore your faith in love. He will speak to the parts of you that stopped dreaming, and in return, you will awaken his vision. Where others saw only his surface, you will see his soul. And the moment you both meet, something in the spirit realm will shift. He's coming soon. And here's how you'll know. You'll feel peace where you usually feel anxiety. You'll dream of water, doors opening, or keys in your hand, prophetic signs of access and new beginnings. You'll find yourself smiling at the thought of someone you haven't met, as if your soul knows he's near. God has delayed this relationship not to punish you, but to prepare both of you. There were people, places, and even old identities that had to fall away so this union could rise pure and untainted. He allowed the delays so that you would recognize divine timing over worldly timelines. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Let this confirmation settle in your spirit. The enemy has tried to block this meeting. There have been spiritual attacks, even confusion in past relationships, designed to make you question your worth. But God never forgot what He promised. He never changed His mind about who is meant for you. This man is not coming to complete you. He's coming to join you. As to whole people walking in divine alignment, you worried that your past would disqualify you, that your age, your appearance, or your background made you unworthy of a love like this. But hear the voice of God. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. He's been refining you, not rejecting you. He's been shaping your character so you could walk beside someone powerful and not shrink, so you could look at abundance and not feel fear, so you could receive love without apology. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? Isaiah 43:19. Take a moment and ask yourself, could this be what you've been sensing lately? You've been having dreams of reconciliation, but not with someone from your past. That's because God isn't taking you backward, He's doing something unprecedented. This man has been assigned, and his secret what will shock you is that he's been praying for you too. Without knowing your name, he's asked God for the woman who carries your spirit. He has longed for someone who understands the language of heaven. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. Proverbs 18:22. Let that settle in you. Your worth is not just in your beauty or your voice, it's in your alignment. And that alignment is coming into fullness now. Heaven is bringing this together, not a second too soon, and not a moment too late. His arrival will be quiet, but His impact will be loud. The moment will feel ordinary, but the confirmation will be supernatural. Do not be surprised if God asks you to go somewhere out of routine, a new cafe, a different service, a random invite. It may be there that heaven makes its move. This is more than a romance. It's a spiritual assignment, one that will bear fruit for generations. The children you raise, the communities you touch, the lives your love inspires, it's all part of the design. But only when the union is built on purpose. It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Genesis 2:18. Let this message dwell deeply in your spirit. And if your heart is resonating, write this now in the comments. I believe. Seal it in faith. Your season. Beloved, as we continue with this divine message, I want you to slow down for just a moment. Let your spirit breathe. Let your heart soften. You are not here to chase after love. You are here to receive it. And not just any love, but the love that God has carved out specifically for you, written into your destiny like a hidden passage waiting to be revealed. You see, while the world talks about soulmates, the kingdom speaks of assignments. The man who is meant to marry you is not entering your life to simply make you happy. He is coming to partner with your purpose. And the secret he carries, the one that may shock you, is this. He almost gave up. Yes, this man, strong, favored, seemingly put together, was on the edge of surrender. He had been betrayed, misjudged, or left behind in moments that scarred him deeply. In one season, he believed that no one could ever truly understand the depth of his calling or the weight of his heart. But even in his silence, God kept him covered. And your name, your spirit was placed in his prayers without him even knowing it. Now, at last, the time has come. The Lord has been aligning the two of you in hidden places. You were healing while he was learning. You were weeping while he was building. You were letting go while he was stepping up. And now, the heavens declare, it is time. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Let that truth calm your doubts. You haven't been overlooked. You've been preserved. Like Esther, who was hidden for a time but revealed. At the moment of deliverance, you too are emerging not as a woman begging for love, but as a woman prepared for love. He will see you and know, and so will you. There will be no chaos, no confusion, no delay tactics that leave you guessing. You won't have to beg for attention, decipher mixed signals, or feel unworthy. Because when God writes a love story, clarity becomes the language. The confirmation won't come in words. Alone it will come in peace. Take a moment and ask yourself, have I been preparing for what I've been praying for? This man is not intimidated by your calling. In fact, it draws him in, because he too carries a mantle. You were designed to interlock. Where you speak, he covers. Where he leads, you discern. Where you serve, he builds. Together, you are a testimony. And though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12. There are people who will try to speak against this connection, not because it is wrong, but because it is righteous. People who knew your past may whisper things like, why her? People who knew his journey may say, why now? But hear this. No man can curse what God has blessed. God's protection is surrounding your union even before it begins. There are angels stationed to silence every tongue that rises in judgment. You don't need to defend the connection, just protect your peace. Don't allow doubt to take root. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. Isaiah 54:17. Beloved, the Lord wants you to understand that this relationship is going to rewrite the narrative of your life. Where others only knew survival, you too will model thriving. Where others saw failed love, you will display what covenant truly looks like. Not perfection, but purpose. Not control, but partnership. And you must be ready. Because when heaven opens the door, you can't still be grieving closed windows. You must walk into the new with the confidence of someone who trusts their Father. Your tears were never wasted. Every heartbreak you survived has become oil in your lamp. That's why you still have light left. That's why you still believe. After all the delay, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done. Genesis 52:20. Let that settle deep in your soul. His secret will shock you, because it will humble you. You'll discover that while you were feeling unseen, he was being shaped to see you perfectly. While you were preparing your heart, he was preparing his hands to hold you, protect you, honor you. This is not fantasy. This is not delusion. This is prophetic reality breaking through the veil of time. Your spirit recognizes him already, and his will recognize yours. Let me speak directly to your soul now. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are chosen. The trauma you carry will be met with tenderness. The shame you hide will be met with compassion. And your dreams, the ones you tucked away because they hurt too much to hope for, will begin to rise again. He heals the broken-hearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. God is not just preparing him for you, he's preparing you for yourself. He's reminding you that you are worthy of a sacred love, not because you earned it, but because he ordained it. And when this man comes, and he will, you won't have to force anything. The conversation will flow like water. The laughter will feel like home. The atmosphere around you will feel different, protected, covered, divine. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. Proverbs 18:2. To this favor is falling on you now. But before it manifests in the physical, you must respond in the spiritual. Speak life over yourself. Thank God for this promise before you see it. That kind of faith breaks delay and releases acceleration. So wherever you are right now, whisper this with me. As we continue this divine unveiling, I want you to gently open your heart even wider, because what you're about to hear carries the weight of legacy. This isn't just about a man who's meant to love you. This is about a generational shift, a holy assignment, a covenant connection that heaven has carefully designed, not just to bless your present, but to rewrite the future of your entire bloodline. Let this truth resonate deeply when God ordains a relationship. It is never just for the couple. For the kingdom, the man coming into your life has been prepared not only to stand beside you, but to collabor with you. There are dreams in your spirit that require covering. There are callings over your life that need a partner, a competitor. And this is where his secret becomes your revelation. He knows he's been called to multiply what you carry. The world may see him as wealthy in material things. He may even hold titles, influence, or platforms. But what sets him apart is not what he owns, it's how he honors the anointing. He doesn't fear your strength. He welcomes it. He doesn't shrink when you shine. He celebrates it. And that is why God has preserved this connection until now, because together you are meant to be a spiritual force. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Ecclesiastes 4:9. Let that confirmation rest in your soul. This man will not just meet your emotional needs. He will understand your spiritual language. When you speak of dreams, visions, or warfare, he will not dismiss you. He will discern with you, pray with you, protect what God is birthing through you. This is not a surface-level union. This is a divine yoking for kingdom advancement. And through this union, a new spiritual lineage will be birthed. Some of you have come from broken family trees, cycles of divorce, mistrust, poverty, rejection. But this marriage will be the reset. You and this man will walk in such harmony, such unshakable faith, that the generations after you will never know the pain you endured. Your children will not inherit trauma, they will inherit testimony. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Song of Songs 2-4. Take a moment now. Ask yourself, could it be that this man isn't just your husband, but your healing? You won't have to perform for his love. You won't have to prove your worth, because the Holy Spirit will be the witness between you, binding you not by convenience, but by covenant. And even when challenges arise, as they always do in divine assignments, you will overcome them in unity, because your foundation will be faith. You've waited long, beloved, not because you were forgotten, but because God was building something that could not be rushed. The timing of this union is sacred. Every year of waiting has been a year of divine architecture. While you were growing in wisdom and grace, he was learning to lead with integrity and humility. The season you both are walking into now is marked by fulfillment, and there will be signs, unmistakable confirmations that heaven is near. You may start seeing the number 2 repeatedly, God's way of whispering that union is on the horizon. You may feel led to prepare your environment, cleaning, decorating, organizing as your spirit senses someone is coming. You may have encounters where strangers speak blessings over your life, affirming your readiness. See, I am doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. Let that prophetic word stir your soul. This man's presence will not cause anxiety, will release peace. Your connection won't be rooted in lust, but in light. In his voice, you'll hear safety. In his eyes, you'll see reflection. And in his embrace, you'll feel the Father's lover covering you've prayed for in silence. You may have questioned whether your prayers were even heard, but this is your answer. This is your moment of alignment. And what God is about to release into your life will make you forget the years of silent tears. The Lord will restore the years the locusts have eaten. Joel 2:25, let that settle into your heart. There will be whispers from the enemy, accusations, fears, flashbacks of your past. But you must stand firm, because this union is not built on who you were. It's built on who you've become through God. Don't allow shame to delay your blessing. Don't allow fear to silence your yes. This man will not be scared of your story. In fact, he'll see the glory of God in your scars. He'll thank God for every wilderness you endured, because it refined the woman who stands before him now. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28, beloved, the angels rejoice not just because of what's coming, but because of how ready your heart has become. You've chosen faith over fear. You've chosen growth over bitterness. You've chosen to believe again, and now God is saying, because you believed when there was no sign, now you will see the sign. Let this be your declaration. I am the one God has prepared. I am ready. I am grateful. I am aligned. Yes, gratitude before manifestation is the posture of the faithful. Lift your hands, even now, wherever you are. Whisper to heaven, thank you, Lord, for preparing this love. Thank you for trusting me with a relationship that carries generational weight. I will not take it for granted. I will honor it with humility and joy. Write it in the comments now, blessed and ready. Speak it loud so every spiritual hindrance knows you are in agreement with what heaven is about to release. Because this isn't just your time, it's your turn. The man sent by God is already on the path. His spirit is being pulled by yours, like divine magnets. You don't have to chase, just remain in position. Remain in praise. And in the next part, we'll uncover how to spiritually prepare yourself. Daughter of Zion, beloved of the Most High, we have reached the final part of this divine message, and I pray that by now, your heart is no longer anxious but at peace. Your spirit is no longer questioning but resting, because what God is doing in your life is not temporary. It's not fragile. It's not built on human emotion. It's eternal, ordained, and sealed by heaven itself. So now, let us speak about preparation, not the kind you do in the flesh, but in the spirit. Because this kind of love doesn't just arrive, it descends. It requires a vessel that is ready to carry the weight of divine covenant. Yes, the man is on his way. His secret is unfolding. But you, dear one, you are being summoned into position. Therefore, prepare your minds for action. Be self-controlled. Set your hope fully on the grace to be given you. 1 Peter 1:13, what does that look like for you? It looks like healing without rushing. It looks like letting go of the counterfeits that used to comfort your loneliness. It looks like silencing the voice that says, maybe I'm not good enough, because you are. God says you are, and that's the only voice that matters now. Let this sink in. You don't need to become someone else to receive this love. You only need to become aligned with the version of yourself heaven already sees. The version who prays without fear, who loves without fear, who receives without shrinking. the version who trusts that God didn't lead her here just to leave her empty-handed. You are about to become a resting place for a man who's been on a long journey of obedience, refinement, and trust. He's not coming with baggage, he's coming with blessing, but blessings require preparation, and preparation requires surrender. Take a moment right now. Ask yourself, have I made space for this blessing, or have I only made room for disappointment? Let that question reach the hidden places of your heart. If you want to walk in this covenant, you must allow God to close every emotional back door. No more looking over your shoulder. No more wondering about what could have been with people who were never chosen. This is your Red Sea moment, divine crossing into something new with no turning back. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. Isaiah 43 minutes and 18 seconds. The man who is coming to marry you doesn't need to be convinced. He needs to be received, and you can only receive what you're ready to believe. So believe this now. You are not waiting for love anymore. You are waiting with love, because love himself has already chosen you. You may be wondering how you'll respond when he appears. Will you feel overwhelmed? Will you push him away out of fear? Will you feel unworthy? The answer is no, because God has been gently preparing you through every message like this one. Every quiet night you wept in worship, every yes you whispered when you had no evidence. Those were your training grounds, and now you are ready. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1-6, you will know him not just by how he looks, but by how he makes you feel in God's presence. There will be a peace that doesn't make sense, a recognition that bypasses logic, a stillness that settles your soul. And when you pray together for the first time, you will feel a shift. Heaven will respond, because this marriage isn't just a reward, it's a mission. Together, you will serve, you will intercede, you will host the presence of God in your home, you will raise children in prophetic wisdom, you will fund kingdom work, you will carry healing to others because you've both known the ache of loneliness, and now you know the power of promise. Your union will be a living prophecy. People will look at you and say, "How did this happen?" And you will respond, "Only God, only grace, only divine timing." The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22, your days of sorrow are ending. Your days of forced smiles and unanswered questions are over. You are stepping into a season where love will speak clearly, consistently, and confidently. Because love, when it's from God, is not confusing. You won't have to beg. You won't have to force. You will receive. And through it all, let gratitude be your preparation posture. Gratitude before manifestation. Gratitude before the ring. Gratitude before the wedding day. Lift your heart now and say aloud, "Lord, I thank you for this man you've chosen. I thank you for trusting me with this love. I will steward it with reverence. I will honor it as holy. Let the angels witness your agreement. Let the spirit realm recognize your yes. Let your past see that it no longer has permission to speak. You are walking into a new thing, so if this word confirmed something deep in your spirit, write this in the comments right now. Blessed and ready. Let heaven and earth see your faith. And don't keep this to yourself. Like this video if your heart received it. And subscribe to Angel Code Message, Channel 4, more divine insight and spiritual confirmations sent straight from the Father's heart to yours. Your love story is unfolding. His steps are ordered. Your preparation is now complete. Stay in position, Stay in